Hey guys, John Odell here with another video from Alliance Insurance. Today I'm going to be breaking down some of the individual parts from my earlier Farm Insurance 101 video, and today's topic is going to be farm structures. Farm structures are anything on your farm that is used for farming operations, whether it be chicken houses, hog houses, horse stables, hay barns, storage barns, even your own personal dwelling home can be covered under farm structures. Now, it's very important to understand the difference between replacement costs and actual cash value coverage on your farm structures coverage. If you have a very expensive new farm structure, let's say a chicken house, a hog house, and especially if you have your dwelling home, you're going to want replacement cost coverage for as long as possible. However your house, chicken house, horse stable, dwelling house, however it was built before, if you're properly covered with the right amount of coverage, it's going to be replaced exactly the way it was before with no questions asked. Now, if you have an older structure like a several-year-old chicken house, a small, inexpensive barn, an equipment shelter, something like that, actual cash value is probably going to be fine. The major difference there is you're going to want to make sure you have the right amount of coverage for that property so you're not over or under insured. So what you'll need to do is have your agent maybe have a discussion with the claims adjuster and try to get a good idea of what that building should be covered for. Because what will happen if you have a 25-year-old chicken house covered at $200,000 actual cash value, that doesn't mean you're covered for $200,000. Claims adjuster will come out there in the case of a loss. He will assess the situation. He will evaluate the house and then take away depreciation for the years, and it may only be worth, in his opinion, $150,000. Well, that's all you're going to get. So you've been overinsured by $50,000 this entire time, or it could go the other way and be underinsured. So this is something that you really need to have detailed discussions year in and year out with your agent at renewal to make sure your coverage amount is appropriate for what you need. Now, like I said before, your home can be covered on your farm policy as long as it is on part of your farm land. It's a very similar, extremely similar policy to your normal homeowner's policy, with a few changes that with endorsements can be made to be the exact same coverage as you would get on just your regular homeowner's policy, but you can lump it all in together with your farm policy and end up saving you a lot of money in a lump sum versus having separate policies with separate companies. So it's something you really need to look into if your home is on your farm property. Now, the last detail are your causes of loss, and you're going to want to make sure you understand these too when you are putting together your policy. You know, special causes of loss when it's on an insurance policy, pretty easy to understand. That means pretty much any cause of loss from fire to theft is going to be covered in the case of a loss. To save a little bit of money on some things, on some of your older property like an old barn, you can change it down to basic causes of loss, and then you could still add endorsements like weight of ice and snow, stuff like that, if that's something you're concerned about. But it'll take a little bit off your premium, but you'll still be covered for all the appropriate possible causes of losses for that farm. Another piece to add to the replacement cost versus actual cash value coverage. Now, for certain types of structures like chicken houses and hog houses, certain companies have time limits that they allow. You know, maybe 5 years replacement cost coverage. Some will go 20 years. Some will let you go for as long as you want to, just with the additional premium. So if that's something that's very important to you, here at Alliance, we have multiple companies that can write this type of insurance that have the full spectrum of timelines that you can follow, so you can keep replacement cost coverage on your chicken house, hog house, horse stable for as long as you think is necessary. Definitely as long as money is still owed on the property, so you never have to worry about a loss while you're still in debt to the bank. So all these things like that are things that need to be discussed, you know, annually or monthly, as often as you want to with your agent. Try to make sure that you're properly covered and all your assets are kept safe. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I've kind of been able to break down the individual parts of the farm structures part of your coverage. If you have any further questions, reach out to me or anyone at Alliance. Be sure to thank a farmer today if you see one, and we'll see you soon with some more videos.